Hello students, this is Nita Shetty, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, AJIT Mangalore. So in today's session, I will be discussing the lab program 9. So that is the last program of SSOS Laboratory, that is System Software and Operating System Laboratory, and the subject code is 17 CSL 67. So I have already told the lab program 7, 8, 9 is the operating system program. So this is OS program, operating system program. So let's look at the question. The question is design, develop and implement C or C++ or Java program to implement the page replacement algorithm LRU and first in first out and assume suitable input required to demonstrate the result. So here we need to implement an algorithm, that is page replacement algorithm. So we need to implement two algorithms here, that is LRU, least recently used, and one more is first in first out. Least recently used and first in first out page replacement algorithm. So before going to the program, let's look at the theory part. So what is page replacement algorithm? So page replacement is a process of swapping out an existing page from the frame of main memory and replacing it with the required page. So now, where this concept comes? Okay, so this page replacement mainly comes in a virtual memory. Okay, so paging in a virtual memory. So what is paging? So paging is a memory management scheme by which computer stores and retrieves data from secondary storage for use in main memory. Okay, so the computer stores and retrieves the data from secondary storage for use in main memory. So in this scheme, operating system retrieves data from secondary storage and it stores in a main memory in the same size block called pages. Okay, so here what the operating system will do is, so it will retrieve the data from the secondary storage, okay, which is far away from the processor. So it will retrieve the data from the secondary storage and it will place in its RAM in the primary memory in same size block called pages. Okay, so what is pages? That same size block, it is known as pages. So when this page replacement will come to the picture, okay, when the processor requests for some data, if that data is not present in its primary memory, okay, then the data has to be retrieved from the secondary storage. When the data is retrieved from the secondary storage to store it in the primary memory, if the space is not there, okay, in primary memory, if the space is not there, then some data from the primary memory has to be replaced. Okay, some data in the primary memory has to be replaced because now the required data is not there. So what the operating system did is it took the data from the second storage, now it will bring it to the primary memory. Now where to place that? Okay, if there is no space, some data in the primary memory has to be replaced. So this we call it as a page replacement. So page replacement is the definition is it is a process of swapping out an page from existing page from the frame of a main memory and replacing it with the required page. Okay. Here the page replacement is required when all the frames of main memories are already occupied. Thus page has to be replaced to create a room for the required page. Okay, so page replacement will come to the picture when all the frames in the main memory is required. That means there is no space for the new page to be placed. Okay, so that time existing page has to be replaced so that the required data, okay, which data is required for the processor at present time, that data can be placed in that main memory. Okay, so there are so many page replacement algorithm. In that they are first in first out page replacement algorithm, last in first out page replacement algorithm, the least recently used page replacement algorithm, next is optimal page replacement algorithm and random page replacement algorithm. So these are the different categories of page replacement algorithm. So here in the question they asked you to implement two algorithms. They are first and third one. Okay, so here I'll be talking about the first and third one because this concept already will be covered in the operating system subject. Okay, so I'll be explaining the concept just related to this lab program. So we need the first and third one, that is first in first out and least recently used page replacement algorithm. algorithm. So now what is that first in first out page replacement algorithm? So first in first out page replacement algorithm means the name itself indicates the which page you enter first, remove that page. Okay, that means to replace the data, remove the first entered page into first out. Okay, that is the meaning. First in first out means the which page you entered into the frame, okay, first that page has to be replaced. So that is known as first in first out page replacement algorithm. So you can see here there are total input is 476176172. So this is the input string. So this is the input data. Okay, now you can see here how many frames are there. Okay, so initially it is empty, so I am explaining for 3 frames. Okay, so this is known as frame. So I can call this location of f of 0, f of 1, f of 2. Okay, I can call this location as f of 0, f of 1, f of 2, and this is string. Okay, I can say that s of 0, s of 1, s of 2, s of 3, s of 4, s of 5, s of 6, s of 7, s of 8 and s of 9, and these are frames. Okay, so frames are f of 0, f of 1 and f of 2. So initially the frames will be empty, no data will be there in the prime memory, in the main memory. Okay, so now I want to place this 4. Okay, so there are locations are free, right? Initially it is free, so f of 0, f of 1, f of 2. Now when the processor asks for the data 4, since 4 is not there in the prime memory, now the operating system will bring the data from the second storage into the prime memory. Okay, and it will place in the f of 0 location. Okay, so now when the processor asks for the data, whether data was there in the prime memory initially, no, so we call it as a miss. Okay, page miss. Okay, because data was not there, so the operating system what it did is it took the it brought the data from secondary storage and it is placing in the primary memory, so we call it as a page miss. Okay, so now the 4 is brought and 4 is placed in f of 0 location. Next is 7. Okay, now these 2 are free, right? These 2 are free. So whether 7 is there, no. Okay, again bring the data from second storage and place this in next location f of 1. Okay, so again this is known as page miss. Okay, next, third one, again 6 is there in the frame, no, right? So again bring the data from the second storage and place it in the primary memory, so it is 476. It is 476. So you got page miss, 1 page miss, second page miss and third page miss. Okay, now 1. Okay, now 1 has to be placed in the frame, but there are only 3 spaces in the frame, f of 0, f of 1 and f of 2. Okay, now where to place this? Okay, so now I am applying first in first out concept. The first in first out means which frame entered, which page entered first, whether page 4, 7, 4, page 7, 4 or page 6. So out of 476, page 4 entered first, right, into the frame. So now replace that by 1. Okay, so now 476, I'm replacing that 4 by 1, so it is 176. So this is also page miss, because when the processor asks for 1 is not there, so it is known as page miss. Okay, so why I replace this 4 by 1? Because I'm using a concept first in first out. First in first out, so I'm removing that 4 and I'm placing that 1 here. Okay, now it is 176. Okay, now 7. Now 7. So whether 7 is there? Yes, 7 is there. So this is not page miss. This we call it as a page hit. So what is page hit? If the required data is there in the frame, we call it as a page hit. If the required data is not there in the frame, we call it as a page miss. So initially the frame is empty. Okay, so 4 was not there. So 4 we brought, next 7 we brought, then 6, then 1. Okay, but 7 is already there in the frame. We call it as a page hit. Okay, so next data is 6. So the 6 is there in the frame. Yes, so this is also known as page head. Now again 1, whether 1 is there? Yes, 1 is there, so it is known as page head. Now 2. Now what f of 0 contain 1, f of 1 contains 7, f of 2 contains 6. Now it is asking for the 2, whether 2 is there? No. Now when 2 is not there, then which data has to be replaced? First in, okay, 1 entered last, right? But when we compare to 7 and 6, which entered first? 7 entered first, so replace that 7 by 2. So you can see here it is 1 to 6. I replace that 7 by 2. Okay, so it is 1 to 6. So this is also page fault, because 2 was not there initially. Now the 2 came. Okay, so next 7, with the 7 is there in the frame, 1 to 6, 7 is not there. Now out of 1 to 6, which entered for 6? Okay, now replace the 6 by 7, so it is 1 to 7. So again this is a page miss. Okay, last 2. So 2, whether 2 is there, yes, so but this is not a page miss, this is page hit, that means 2 is present. Okay, so I'm putting a cross mark. So this is known as first in first out page replacement algorithm. So the concept is very simple. So first you need to ask what is the string, okay, what's the length of the string, okay, read the data. Next you need to ask how many empty frames, what the size of a frame, it is 3. Okay, so initially it is empty. Okay, so you can put -1, -1, -1, that means it indicates that it is empty. Okay, that is a meaning. Okay, now when the data is there, we call it as a page hit. When the data is not present, we call it as a page miss. Okay, so here you can see here the cross mark indicates that page false. Okay, this cross mark indicates it is a page false. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are page false, 6 page false. Okay, and how many page hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of 10, if 6 is page fault, then 10 minus 6, 4 is a page hit. Okay, so how to calculate the formula? Actually, what is the main aim is in the program is we need to calculate the page hit ratio and page miss ratio. Okay, so here first calculate the total number of page hit. Total number of page hit is total number of reference minus total number of page miss. So total number 10 reference minus how many page miss? So page miss is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 minus 6, it is 4. So page hit is 4. So how to calculate the ratio? Hit ratio can be calculated as total number of page hits divided by total number of reference. So it is 4 divided by 10, it is 0.4 or 40%. So how to calculate the miss ratio? Total number of page miss divided by total number of reference, 6 by 10, it is 0.6 or 60%. So this is about first in first out page replacement algorithm. Okay, so before going to the program, so let me discuss one more concept that is least recently used, then I'll explain the program. Okay, so next concept is least recently used page replacement algorithm. Now what is this? Okay, so here is the same thing. You need to read the input, size of the input string, length of the input string, then take what is the empty frames. Okay, here also taken same example, 3 empty frames. Okay, but here the concept is least recently used page replacement algorithm. Okay, so we'll see how this logic works. So initially the frame is empty. Okay, so it is known as page miss, page fault. You can call it as a page miss or page fault. So the operating system will bring the data 4 from secondary storage and place it in f of 0. Next is 7. Say 7 is also not there because 4 empty, right? So 7 is not there. Now again page false. I will place the 7 into the frame. Okay, now it is 7. Again 6 is not there, so bring the data and place it here. It is 4, 7, 6. Okay, now comes 1. Okay, in least recently used means in first out I entered 4 first, so I replaced that 4 by 1, right? But here what is the concept? The concept is least recently used. So least recently used means here there is a simple trick. What you need to do is, see here, you need to place that 1, right? See which number is far away from 1. Okay, which number is far away from 1? So when we compare here, 6 is near to 1. 7 is next nearest, so last is 4, right? So I can say that number 4 is away from 1. Okay, so that is least recently used. Okay, so this is a simple trick. Okay, so since 4 is away from 1, so it is a least recently used. Okay, so here I am replacing this 4 by 1. I am replacing this 4 by 1. So now it is 176. Okay, now you want to place the data 7, but 7 is already there, so this cannot be a page miss. This becomes what? Page hit. Okay, now 6. So with the 6, yes, 6 is again it is there in the frame, so this cannot be a page miss or page fault. This becomes a page hit. Now again 1. I need to place this 1, so again it is a page hit. Okay, 1 is there, so cross indicates page hit, right indicates page miss. Okay, now 2. Now 176, which data is least recently used? Okay, how to calculate? See, out of 176, which is away from 2? Which is away from 2? 1 is near, 6 is near, next 7. So 7 is away, so replace that 7 by 2. Okay, so you can see here 6 and 1 remains. Okay, but 7 is replaced by 2. 7 is replaced by 2. Now you want to place 7. Okay, which data has to be placed to the 7? See here, 2 is near, next to 1, next 6. So replace the 6 by 7. Okay, replace the 6 by 7. So 1 and 2 remains here. Replace that 6 by 7. So 7 is here. Okay, so this is known as page fault. This is also not page fault. Okay, now 2. L2 is there, so this becomes page head. Nothing changes. 7 to 1, it remains same. Okay, so this is the concept least recently used. Means see the data which is away from the required data. Okay, that becomes a least recently used. So here also how many cross marks? It is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is page hit. How many right marks? 6 right marks. So total number of page fault is 6. So hit ratio is 4/10. Miss ratio is 6/10. So hit ratio becomes 40%, miss ratio becomes 60%. So this is a least recently used page replacement algorithm. So students, here to explain the program with this length string, it's become difficult. So I've taken one more string, very simple string I've taken, that is hello. Okay, so my pages are hello. Okay, so so this is a expected output. You need to get this output. So page, it should print the page. So first it will print H. The frame initially it is empty. Okay, when for the first it becomes H. So this is initially it is page fault. Okay, next E. Okay, now frame becomes HE. Again page fault. Again it is L, HEL. So again it is page fault. Now you want to place this L, but L is already there in the frame, so it is no page fault. Okay, and here O, you want to place this O here. Okay, you want to place O. So here which list first in, H is first in, so replace that H by O, so OEL. So again page fault. So total number of page fault is 1, page hit is 1. So this is the output for first in first out. So from the program I'll be explaining for this example hello. Okay, so hello, HELLO, length of the string is 5. Okay, and the frames is 3. Okay, size is empty, frame is 3. Okay, so this example I'll be explaining in the program. So you should get total number of page fault is 1, total number of page hit is 1. Okay, and for the least recently used also same thing. H, then it will page fault, again E, HE, page fault, again it will page is L, HEL. Next again it is no page fault because L is already there. Okay, now you want to place O. So O which is away. Okay, which is away, H is away, so you are replacing H by O, so it will print yellow. Okay, so that means it is replace H by O, that is a meaning. Okay, so this is the output for the least recently used. So here also total number of page fault is 4 and total number of page hit is 1. Okay, so this is about the theory concept. I'm showing what is the output. Okay, so let me explain the program now. Let us go to the program part now. Okay, so here, okay, so let's begin with the program. So here it is hash include stdio.h because I'm explaining the C program. Okay, I'm explaining the C program. So it is hash include stdio.h, and we might need some library functions. So it is hash include stdlib.h. Okay, so here we need two functions. One is first in first out, one more is least recently used. Okay, so we need two functions. One is first in first out, one more is least recently used. So first in first out, these are the parameters. I need 4 parameters. In least recently used also I need 4 parameters. So first 2 parameters are of characters, the next 2 parameters are of integers. Okay, so we'll see what are these parameters later. Okay, and I need one count which is declared globally of type integer. Now let us go to the main part. So let us go to the main part. So in main I need ch variable yn yes or no and ilf. Okay, and I need 2 array of type character. Okay, so f of size 10, and I need the array to store the string of I'm taking the size is 25. Okay, so here we need to take the input. So first enter the number of empty frames. Enter the number of empty frames. Okay, so what is the empty frames here? For example, hello, I'm taking, so empty frame f is equal to 3. Enter the length of the string L. Okay, hello, HELLO, so L is equal to 5. Now enter the string. Okay, read the string. Okay, so store it in S. Okay, so S is an array, right? S is an array. So S of 0 contain H, S of 1 contain E, S of 2 contain L, S of 3 contain L, and S of 4 contain O. Okay, so that is S. S contain hello now. Okay, so now what you need to do is use for loop, and initially the frame size is 3, right? So f of 0, f of 1, and f of 2. Okay, f of 0, f of 1, and f of 2. Initially it is empty, right? So to make it as an empty, empty, store minus 1. Okay, so using for loop, I'm checking here I is equal to 0. So f of 0 is minus 1, f of 2 is minus 1, f of 1 is minus 1, and f of 2 is minus 1. Okay, so next go for do. Okay, so it will print first in first dot, second is LRU, and third is exit. Okay, next the print of enter your choice. So enter your choice. Now go to switch statement. Okay, so choice, if choice is 1, it is first in first dot. If choice is 2, it is least recently used, and if choice is 3, it is exit. Okay, so you can see here case 1. Okay, in case 1 I am calling first in first dot function. Okay, in case 2 I am calling LRU, least recently used function, and in case 3 I'm calling exit function. In case 3 I'm calling exit function. Okay, so now call case 1. Okay, now case 1. So what I'm doing is here I'm storing f of 0. Initially it is empty. To indicate it is empty, I'm using for loop I equal to 0, I less than 3, f of 0 is minus 1, f of 1 is minus 1, f of 2 is minus 1. Okay, using for loop I'm making first all 3 frames as empty. Okay, now call first in first dot function with the 2 parameters. As I told, first 2 parameters is of type character, next 2 parameters of integer. So now S is an array which contains string hello, f is frame which is empty string now. Okay, L is length of the string hello 5, and f is length of the frame, f is 3. Okay, now go to FE4 function, first in first dot function. So you can see here this is first in first dot function. So this is first in first dot function with the 4 parameters, that is string, frames, length of the string, and length of the frame. Okay, L is 5 and f is 0. Sorry, f is equal to 3. Okay, now inside that I need I, j, k, all those are integer variable, and I initialize j and flag is 0, and I need to keep track of count of page faults, so count is equal to 0. Okay, now it will print page, frames, and faults. It will print page, frames, and faults. Okay, so what I'm doing is I need to compare whether f of 0, 1, 2 matches with s of 0, 1, 2, because at a time I can take only 3 values, right, because the size of the frame is 3. Okay, so what I'm doing is, see here, using for loop I equal to 0, I less than L. Okay, come here. So whether 0 is less than 5, L is 5, right? Yes. Now k is equal to 0, k is f is 3. Okay, so 0 is less than 3s. Now check whether f of 0 is equal to s of 0. S of 0 is what? S of 0 is h, because first string is h, H-E-L-L-O. So s of 0 contains h. Okay, so what I'm doing is here I'm comparing f of 0 with h. Okay, whether f of 0 is, first initially f of 0, f of 1, f of 2 all are minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So whether f of 0 is h, no, increment k. Now k becomes 1. Whether f of 1 is h, no, increment. Whether f of 2 is h, no. Okay, so if it is no, then no need to set flag equal to 1. If it is matching, then no need to set flag equal to 1. So now what? Flag equal to 0. Okay, now come out. If k will reach to 3, condition fails, come out. Okay, so now I is 0 itself, but k reached to 2, so you come out. Okay, but our flag is not 1 because this condition is not satisfying, so our flag is 0. Okay, now I am checking the condition here. If flag is 0, this condition, otherwise next else part. Okay, but I am satisfying flag equal to 0. Okay, because it is satisfying flag equal to 0 condition. If flag equal to 0, what you need to do is print the s of 0. What is s of 0? So it is h. Okay, so here in the PPT I showed here. Okay, so it will print a page h. It will print th because it is printing s of 0. It is printing s of 0. Next, I'm putting data from s of 0 to f of 0. Okay, now your f of 0 contain h. Now s of I becomes f of j is 0, right? So I'll put the data from s of 0 to f of 0. Next increment j. Now j becomes 1. Okay, now j becomes 1. So here what you did, you printed string h. Okay, s of 0 printed. Now print using for loop, you print f of k. So now f of 0 contain h, f of 1 and f of 2 is null, right? It is minus 1, but it will print only the frame. Now frame contains only h. So you can see here the frame, it will print the frame, it contains only h. Okay, so it printed f of 0 and now it is printing frame, it contains only h. Okay, so next using for loop printing, it is printing. Okay, so print. Okay, next what is that? It is page fault, right? It is page fault. Okay, so increment the count. So you got the count now. With the count is 1. Okay, so we got page fault, the count is 1. So I'm not executing this else part. I should execute this else part only flag is 1. Okay, so now I'm not executing this else part. So else is finishing here. Okay, now check whether j is equal to f. Okay, so f is 3, j is 1. So whether 1 is equal to 3, no. Okay, if it is 1 reaches to the frame, end frame, then you should set j equal to 0. But I'm not setting this. Again go back here. Okay, again come here. So now for I equal to 0 I did. Now again increment I. So I becomes 1 now. Okay, now s of 1. S of 1 is e, right? Okay, now you compare that e with the f of 0. Okay, so k is equal to f of 0 is what? H. S of 1 is e. Okay, so it is not matching, so flag is not 1. Next k1. F of 1 is minus 1, it is not matching. F of 2 is minus 1, it is not matching. So flag is flag equal to 0 itself. Flag is not 1, flag is 0 itself. Okay, so when flag is 0, if flag is 0, what you need to do is print flag equal to 0. Okay, again you print s of 1. Okay, what is s of 1? S of 1 is e. Okay, so you can see here s of e is s of 1 is e. Okay, so it is printing e. Okay, so it is printing s of 1. Okay, so next from s of 1 copy the data to f of 1. J is 1, right? For now f of 1 contain e. Okay, because s of 1 is e, f of 1 becomes e. Okay, so now it is h e, increment j, j becomes 2. Now print the frame. So now frame contains two things, one is h, one more is e. Okay, so you can see here frame contains two things, one is h and one is e. Okay, so this two it will print, and also it will print the string. It is nothing but e. Okay, so it is printing s of 1 and the frame here. So here it is printing e. So here it is printing the using for loop, it is printing two character, that is h and e. So again it is a page fault. Again increment count. Now count becomes 2. Okay, now count becomes 2. So I'm not executing this else part. Now j is not f. Again go back. Okay, again go back to least recent first in first out. Again now I equal to 2. Okay, again come here. What is s of 2? S of 2 is l, right? Compare f of 0 with the L, no. F of 1 with the L, no. F of 2 is minus 1, so flag is not 1. Again flag equal to 0. So again print yes. Okay, so now it is printing L. It is printing L. Okay, now S of 2 is copied to F of 2. Okay, now F of 2 contain L. So F of 0 contain H, F of 1 contain E, F of 2 contain L. Okay, so now increment J. Now j becomes what? J becomes 3. Okay, so here print the frames. So frame it will print HEL. So it is printing here S of 2, it is printing here, it is printing HEL. Okay, so you can look at the output here. So it is printing HEL and frame it is printing L. Okay, so next it is also page fault. Increment the count. Okay, so count becomes now 1 to now count becomes 3. Okay, so now with the j reached to 3, right? So 3 equal to f. So again set j equal to 0. Okay, again go back here. Now again increment I. So I becomes 0, 1, 2 is done. Now I becomes 3, 3 is less than 5s. Now you need to compare f of 0 with the HEL. HEL is done. So next is L. Okay, so whether f of 0 is L, no. F of 1 is L, no. F of 2 is L, yes. If yes, because now f of 2 contains L, right? Fourth character is also L. So it is matching. If it is matching, you need to set the flag equal to 1. If it is flag equal to 1, you are not executing this statement. Okay, you are going for the else part. Okay, in else part what you are doing is make a flag equal to 0. Now print s. So print s of 3, it is L. Okay, now again print the data. Okay, so here print K. Okay, print the frame now. So it is printing what? It is printing same thing, HEL. Okay, because you cannot copy the data, it is printing again HEL. So you can see here also it is printing HEL. So here also it is printing HEL. Okay, so 2 times it is printing HEL. Okay, so it is no page fault. So what it is, no page fault. You can see here it is no page fault. Okay, so it will print the data, it is no page fault. And whether j is equal to f, now j is equal to, no, right, it is not equal to f. So j is, now what, j is 1 is not equal to whether 1 is equal to 3, no. Okay, so again no need to set j equal to 0. Again come here, increment I. Now last one 4, whether 4 is less than l, yes. Okay, now you compare with the f of k. Here you need to compare with the it is O, right? You need to compare with the first 3. Okay, so flag equal to 0. Now it replace with the first one. Okay, f of 0. Okay, so again you print the data f of k, again you print the string, so that you get this output because you are replacing h by e. Okay, so here you can see replacing h by o, so this output you'll get. Okay, so this is about first one, first in first out, very simple here. The thing is you need to print when flag equal to 0 and flag equal to 1. Okay, so if flag equal to 0 is this and also flag equal to 1 is this part. Okay, these two things. Okay, let me go to switch case once again. For case 1 I printed. Okay, now when case is 2, I'm calling least recently used function, again with the 4 parameters I'm calling sf1f. okay, so this is in string, this is in frame array, length of the string is 5, length of the frame is 3. Okay, so initially I'm making it is an empty, and now I'm calling least recently used function, so LRU is here. Okay, with the 4 parameter. So here is the same thing, j equal j equal to 0, km, flag equal to 0, and I need one variable top. Okay, so now print page, frame and fault. So here also for I equal to 0, whether 0 is less than 5, yes. Next frame k equal to 0. Okay, now check whether f of 0 is s of 0. Okay, 3 times you need to check whether it is 0, no. Okay, if it is matching, then you need to set flag equal to 1. If it is not matching, come out. Okay, and now we need to print s of 1. Okay, so here you can see here in list recently used, I'm printing first h. Okay, so after printing that, what you do is to check the condition whether j is not equal to f. Okay, j is 0, now 0 is not equal to 3, yes, and 0 is not equal to 1, yes, it is not equal to, this condition is satisfying. So here what I'm doing is I'm putting f of top. Okay, now top is 0, so f of 0 is equal to s of 0. So now f of 0 contain h, increment j. Okay, when it is j is not equal to f, increment top. Now top becomes 1. Okay, top becomes 1. So I'm not executing this else part here. Okay, and flag is not equal to 1, so flag is 0, so it will print page fault and increment the count. Okay, so you can see here it will print page fault and it will increment the count. Okay, so similarly what happens is here again increment I becomes 1, here again I becomes 1. Okay, 1 is less than 5. Again you compare that f of 1 with the again you compare with f of 1 with the s of you need to compare f of 0, f of 1, f of 2 with s of 1, so it is e. Okay, so again it is not, flag is not 1, again print that. Now what is j? J is not equal to f and flag is not equal to 1, so again f of 1 contains e now. Okay, f of 1 contains s of 1. Okay, f of 1 contains e and increment j, j becomes 2 now, and again j is not equal to increment the top. Okay, so I'm not executing this else part. Now flag is 0, now print page fault. Okay, increment the count, again go back. Okay, again go back, so increment I value, sorry, here increment, again go back. Now I becomes 2, 2 is less than 5. Again you need to compare f of 2 with f of 0, f of 1, f of 2 with s of 2. What is s of 2? So it's L, right? Again it is not matching. Okay, so flag is not 1, print s of 2, print that L. Okay, again j is not equal to f, 2 is not equal to f, yes, not equal to 1. Now f of 2, now f of 2 contain L, right? Increment j. Okay, again increment the top. Okay, so again flag is 0, it will print the count. Okay, so now what happens is fourth time when you increment that I becomes 3, right? So when you increment I equal to 3 here, Okay, now it is matching, right? Because f of 2 contain L, it is matching, so now that flag becomes 1, right? So here flag is 1, so I'm not satisfying this condition. Okay, here else part, if flag is 1, what you need to do is you need to replace with the m is equal to k, m is less than top, mm plus, you need to replace f of m by f of m plus 1. Okay, now f of top contain s of 1. Okay, and your flag is not 0, so it is no page fault. So fourth one is no page faults. And finally, last when increment I equal to 4 also, it is satisfying the condition, it will print the data. Okay, and finally you will get the output O and OL, that is page fault 3. So this is about the lab program for 9 students. So here is the same thing we are comparing here. So using top, here you are replacing the data with the least recently used. Okay, so this is about the lab program 9. Thank you.